Thoughts on interracial relationships
do stem from a negative place, like a little something like this. I want light-skinned babies with green eyes and loose curly hair. Or, my parents don't like black people, so I'm gonna go date a black person. Or, oh my gosh, they're so cute on social media, I want a black significant other.
Glad to have you, amazing viewer. It's another interesting video and I'm glad to have you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell so that you get notified whenever I have a new video. And if you're coming back to watch my content, you're the real one. I appreciate your love and support for my content. Thank you so much for interaction. I don't take it for granted. Today's topic is about people's view on interracial couples. On this topic, I don't have much to say for it. I have to be honest with you because I completely understand that people have different views on these relations. So let's hear what they have to say. I will be speaking a bit at the end of the video, and don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comment section. I know you have something to say on this.
Thoughts on interracial relationships?
At first, I thought I only wanted to date Asians because I was like, oh, we can connect on like certain things and like, you know, I don't need to explain anything. But I did realize the pro of dating someone interracial is that like you can learn from each other. So I'm more open to interracial dating. What about you?
I feel like mine was flipped. I was more open to interracial dating initially because I thought, oh, you can learn from each other. But as I've gotten older, I've been more on the train of like, it's just easier to date someone who kind of gets it.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the deep talks like are cut out if you haven't grown up the same way. If you grew up the same way, you can relate to a lot of things on a deeper level. And I feel like that's what I value in a relationship.
Here's my take on why interracial relationships are questionable. I'm speaking specifically black and white people. So the first reason is that interracial relationships can stem from a very negative place. Let me put an emphasis on I don't think they all stem from a bad place. But the ones that do stem from a negative place look a little something like this. I want light-skinned babies with green eyes and loose curly hair. Or, my parents don't like black people, so I'm gonna go date a black person. Or, oh my gosh, they're so cute on social media, I want a black significant other. Number 2, the non-black parent and the black child will always have a social disconnect because of the social climate that we live in. The non-black parent can have as much empathy as they want, but they won't ever be able to understand what it's like to be a black person in America.
My dad didn't approve when I married a dark-skinned man. He's some kind of a racist hillbilly. When I was pregnant, he told me he didn't want anything to do with my biracial daughter. Here he is painting her toenails on her 3rd birthday. Here's proof people can change. Personally, I wouldn't allow my child within a mile of a person who would normally hate their guts. But that's just me. I'm supposed to trust that individual because they see my child as the exception to that racism. I know it's very hard to conceptualize, but mixed children's goal in life and the burden of their existence isn't to change the world or your parents. It's not. What you read in that tweet is the direct pipeline to I can't be racist, my granddaughter is biracial. A literal shield. This is a dating tip for black people and people of color dating outside of their race. If your non-black or non-POC partner isn't willing to cut off all contact with the racist people in their family, you leave them. Your child will be tokenized and fetishized in the name of love. Typically, they're also more attached to that racist family member than they care about your mental health and well-being, let alone your safety if they keep you around them. If a child is the exception to a person's racism, you're not in a safe situation. They could snap.
And the 3rd reason, us half-breeds, that shit is so funny to me, are stuck right in the middle. And it's more of just an internal struggle of like where we're accepted, honestly. Yeah, please don't attack me. Be with who you want to be. Just have good intentions.
I'm sorry, but I do not like interracial couples. Let me explain myself. What I mean by that, I don't like the ones that make it their entire personality. Becky, we get it. You're dating a black guy. He plays D1 football. Congratulations. TJ, we get it. You're dating a black woman. And she's loud. We get it. But please, can we move on? Take us out of the group chat. Because I feel like those couples, they always like to highlight the stereotypes, like to point it out, like how they're so different by pointing out the different stereotypes that like that race has. And it's so weird. Like I saw this couple on TikTok a few days ago, and it was a white man and a black woman. And this black woman was like trying to be like this strong black woman, and this man was like, oh yeah, I can't do that around a black woman because she's a black woman. Yeah, she's tough. Okay, let me tell you guys something. Black women are not strong. We are damsel in distresses. We are in our damsel in distress era. We are in our Cinderella's era. We don't do that strong man muscle stuff. So like, I just find it so aggravating when they use that stereotype that we're strong, powerful, we can do anything. No, we can't. We can't. We're just like any other woman. Stop putting us in this pedestal or it's just the man. Stop. We want to be able to hide behind a guy and not be seen as like, you know, like scary, angry. We're not angry. We're not scary. We're pretty little flowers.
You don't feel no type of way when you see like a black man with like a white girl?
That's funny.
Why is that funny? Tell me.
That's funny because when you see a black woman and a white man, you see what I'm saying? It's not the same. When you see a black man with a white woman, 9 times out of 10, they disrespecting black women within that.
Yeah.
When we get with a white man, we don't give a fuck about what anybody else is doing. We're worried about our relationship. But within these relationships where these black men are with these white women, oh, she's too ghetto, she's too loud, because you see what I'm saying, this white woman gives them that submissiveness that apparently they're missing. But in other sense, you see what I'm saying, you only get a submissive woman when you deserve
Okay, so you asked me why I keep bringing up the fact that we are an interracial couple. Well, in the black hierarchy, that's very important to my black relatives and people in the black community. Do you know why that is?
Because of slavery?
No. That's not the reasoning at all. Some people may think that, you know, because I'm dating you, they think that I'm objectifying and destroying the black on black community of, you know, I don't date black sisters or in any capacity, or they may think that I'm betraying my race. That's a very X mentality. Do you know what this means?
Twitter.
No, Malcolm X. Malcolm X.
Okay.
Malcolm. Now, what did Malcolm X believe?
I don't know who that is.
Malcolm X was a light-skinned guy with glasses, and he did not like people of your demographic.
I thought he was in a wheelchair.
No, that's Professor X. Very close. That's X-Men. Very close. But Malcolm X was not a professor. That's Dr. King.
Okay.
As opposed to the Burger King. Very two different people.
Yeah.
So, the reason being why people don't like us together is because they think I'm a race traitor.
Okay.
So, this is the pecking order, right? This is the Venn diagram.
What are you trading?
What am I trading? Traitor.
Okay.
Not a traitor, traitor.
Oh.
Yes. Like Starscream and then Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is where I'm at on the pecking order. Right at the bottom. Okay. That's me. Now, the highest is a black on black relationship. What's up? Circle? You know what I am. So, and below that is a black person with a light skin.
Okay.
And then below that is a black person with a Mexican.
Okay.
And then below that is a black person, any black person, but it has to be this specific dynamic. A black person with an Asian. And the final one is a black person with, do you know the last one? No idea? An Alaskan.
Okay.
And at the bottom is me, black with white. That's how the black community views me. That's where I'm at on the totem pole. Whenever I enter any function, let's say a black church, I get looks. They think I'm weird. They always instantly assume I like anime. Well, I do like anime, but that's a different story. They always assume this. They put me lower in terms of black power. There's a power ranking in the black community. Do you know what the power ranking is? So I don't go to church. So that puts me a peg down. That lowers me by 2 points.
Okay.
I also don't, call my mom a lot. That puts me down 3 points. I don't have a very good relationship with my grandparents. That's 2 points. So I'm like -7. And I'm -65 because I'm dating somebody that's not my same race. So that puts me way down. But because of the Malcolm X clause, where if I was a black woman dating a white man, I'd be down 10 points. But because I'm a black man dating a white woman, I'm actually up 50 points. So that puts me at -23. But because of the Dr. King clause, where, he believes that all should be created equally and things of that nature, don't judge me for the content of my character. No, sorry, don't judge me for the color of my skin, but the content of my character, that brings me up to +1. But because of the Rosa Parks incident, that puts me back at -500. So this really puts me back a few pegs.
Okay.
But because of the Harriet Tubman clause, that actually puts me back at -1,000. You following?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if I fight your dad, I will go up to +2,000. Is your dad racially motivated?
Maybe.
Okay, that will actually go up to +5,000 in that capacity. So, how are your grandparents?
They don't care what color you are.
They said they don't care what color I am?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say they don't care if I'm yellow, blue, or green, or anything like that?
Purple.
Purple? Okay. If I antagonize your grandparents, I get +10,000 points because I'm doing a favor and service to the black community by causing discourse in the family. Now, the only way to get this to a positive mark and actually move me to at least the Mexican tier, I would have to get your mom to marry a black man. That is how I would do justice to the black community. That's what it's considered.
Why?
I don't know. But it's something that they crave a lot. I don't know what it is. It feels like horrifying eugenics in my opinion, but I'm just following the protocol. How do you feel about this?
It's a lot more complicated than I thought.
Yeah. Do you know who Lil Nas X is? He's below me. So there's that. Name 2 musical artists.
Justin Bieber.
Okay, this actually puts me below Lil Nas X. What's your favorite musical artist?
Justin Bieber.
This actually puts me further below than that. Do you know who Schoolboy Q is? Oh, okay, alright. I can't even, I'm below the dirt. This is bad.
I don't think it's a coincidence that you see a lot of black dad, white mom. And I honestly haven't unpacked it fully within myself and my family, but I think that for anybody who's in an interracial relationship, whichever way it goes, I think it's important to realize that if you were the white partner in that, you need to be an ally.
Black women do not date out of their race enough, and God, please release my sisters from the shackle of only dating black men. I feel like it's time for us to explore our options. It's way more of life to see, way more experiences to have.
I found it very difficult to know what was appropriate and what wasn't when I first met your family. Yeah, I just didn't know
whether to call them by their first name or last name.
If I should clean the dishes when I'm done, if I should put it back, if I should take your place. There's so many things where I was like, I don't know how to act. I just found it very difficult.
I did a horrible job of preparing you for that, because I didn't know.
You were like, don't do this, don't do that. I would have liked you to, tell me a few things before.
And I should have prepared you for that, which in preparing you for that, there was really nothing to prepare you for. I should have just been like, hey, be yourself, everything's fine.
And it's more like, I agree with that. It should have been like that, and then if I had any oh, should I do this or that, I should have come to you and be like, hey, babe, is this? And you would tell me.
This was quite a lot, and I appreciate that you watched this extent. I don't know what is left to say. I love that there are therapists who specialize in interracial couples and they're giving the advice that they need, So mine is just to say that culture, race, and all these things should not be an hindrance to people's discovery in life. So there's no nothing like a prison that holds people and frame them in a culture. So you're free to explore and keep your values if you can, if you find them necessary, you know. But culture can be recreated, can be reformulated, can be, so there's nothing wrong to that. And I appreciate that you are living your thoughts. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the bell. Goodbye for now.